अच्छा जी, aggregate means total, supply means the number of goods and services produced by a country in a given time period. Alright, usually this is a precise definition of aggregate supply. This is measured, or this is another market force in the national economy. At the macro level, we are not talking about the market supply of a product, rather we are talking about the supply of all the goods and services which are produced by all the firms in the economy in a given year. So aggregate supply means the total level of output produced by a country in a given year at different price levels. So it has mainly two aspects. What are those? We are having short run aggregate supply. Short run aggregate supply. Another is called long run aggregate supply. So what is the meaning of short run? Do you remember we studied in our previous microeconomic topics? That is about when some factors of production are fixed and others are variable, and producers they want to change the level of output. They can do, but by changing only the variable factor, not the fixed factors. Clear? So here in short run we have different meanings in macroeconomics. This is not about only the fixed factors and variable factors. Here we say during short run the aggregate supply curve shows us the relationship between real GDP and the general price level when factor prices means the raw material factors of production prices, they have not been adjusted with the change in demand. Clear? Okay. Now short run aggregate supply curve shows that the real GDP and the general price level are positively related when the factor prices are not fully adjusted to the change in aggregate demand in the economy. Change in aggregate demand in the economy in a given time period, you can say 1 year. So this is about short run. So like the microeconomic supply curve of the product, we also have macroeconomic aggregate supply curve. Here I am taking real GDP, that is Y, and here I am taking price level. Alright, so this is short run aggregate supply curve. This is short run aggregate supply curve, which is upward sloping. Clear? Now what are the reasons behind this upward sloping short run aggregate supply curve? This shows the positive relationship. As the general price level is increasing, there will be more supply of real GDP. Real GDP means it is measured at constant prices. Okay? Now why real GDP supply will increase due to increasing general price level? There are three reasons. One reason is the profit effect. Second is cost effect. And the third reason is misinterpretation. Now profit effect is what? When general price level increases and wages, raw material prices, rents, they have not been changed. So at constant factor prices, what happens? The profit of the producers that has increased, so they will supply more output in the market. This is called profit effect. Due to increase in price level, and while price level is increasing, aggregate demand is shifting upward. So this supply is increased due to increasing profit, because the raw material prices, wages, rents, interest rates, these are the factor prices. They haven't changed right now. So what the producers or firms are doing, they are hiring, they add constant their prices. So what happens, their profit level has increased. So in order to produce more, they will hire more workers or more raw material at the same price level. Therefore their profit level will increase and they will supply more output in the market. This is the first effect, the profit effect. Second is the cost effect. What do you mean by cost effect? For example, previously the firms were supplying 1000 units of output. Now they need to supply 1500. So what happens? They have to hire extra workers, even the wages are same. Or overtime wages have to be paid by the firms, or they have to buy more raw material at the same raw material prices. So their total cost of production for extra output, now this level of extra output is produced. For that extra output to be produced, the extra cost of production or marginal cost of production will also increase. And when marginal cost increases, their per unit cost of production will also increase for the extra units. So now the firms are having more extra costs, so they will be charging extra price for the extra units produced or supplied. This is the cost effect. Follow my point? So the other reason, first is the profit return, another is the cost reason, third is the misinterpretation. Look here, this is the aggregate demand which is increasing in the economy. Do you think demand of all the firms' products that has increased due to increase in aggregate demand? For example, there are 500 producers which are producing different types of products. Demand of only 300 producers have increased. But the remaining 200, they think that, they misinterpret that the demand of their products have also increased. So they increase supply. This is a misinterpretation. Although aggregate demand has increased, for example, demand of our schooling education has increased. So we are supplying more education to the children of O and A levels. But the other school streams, they think that their demand of schooling has also increased. So they increase their productive capacity, they increase their premises. But actually their demand hasn't changed. So this is a misinterpretation conceived by the producers of the other goods. So they increase the supply as a result due to this misinterpretation. So these three reasons will show us why short run aggregate supply curve is upward sloping. Follow my point? Now what are the shift factors? What are the shift factors which can cause a shift of the supply curve either rightward or leftward? Now the shift of short run aggregate supply curve. So what are these factors? As we studied in our microeconomic topics, how supply will shift? Do you remember these things? This is short run aggregate supply. So when cost of production increases, like wages have increased, raw material prices have increased, so what happens? The cost of production, so then supply will shift leftward. As we studied in microeconomics market supply, now aggregate supply curve will have an upward shift of leftward where supply of all the goods will be decreased. Follow? Now if cost of production goes down, raw material prices have gone down, wages have gone down, interest rate, rents, transportation cost has gone down, then this supply will have a rightward shift or downward shift. Now the second factor which is causing the shift of the supply curve, that is the indirect tax or corporate, any type of tax which can affect the business activities, like corporate tax, like indirect taxes. So if these taxes have increased, what happens? It is same like increasing cost of production for the producers. Clear? So again, aggregate supply curve will shift leftward or upward due to increasing taxes. When taxes are decreased by the government, it will shift rightward or downward. Another factor which is opposite to the tax, that is called subsidy. Subsidy is same like decreasing taxes, or government has to pay some cash benefits to the producers of merit goods or to the exporters. So their per unit cost of production will fall, therefore this supply will shift rightward. ठीक है? Now another reason, that is called technology. What is technology? That will improve the productive capacity of the firms. It has dual effects in short run and long run. When technology is adopted, in the short run you can say the cost of technology has increased. Cost of technology, I am not talking about the per unit cost of production. When we buy the new technology, the firm has to incur a new cost of production, like it is expensive. So temporarily short run aggregate supply will shift leftward or upward because the cost of production of technology that has changed. But as the productivity of factors of production will increase due to the introduction of new technology, so the per unit cost of production will fall and overall aggregate supply will have a rightward shift due to improvement in technology. As per unit cost of technological cost is something else, but the per unit cost of production is another thing. So we see that this is going to happen, how technology is going to have an effect on aggregate supply. And in long run, the same improvement in technology will increase the productive capacity, productive potential of the country, and long run aggregate supply will also have a rightward shift. Okay? So government regulations will also change the short run aggregate supply. Like if government deregulated the market, more firms will enter into the market. Privatization, that is another thing in the long run, but deregulation, when more competition is encouraged, so supply will increase. More firms are entering into the competition, so supply will increase. Another reason of, okay, this was the fourth point. Now the fifth point, that is weather. Do you think weather will affect the supply of the goods and services? So when weather is favorable, the aggregate supply curve will have a rightward shift, and when weather becomes unfavorable, it will have. So these are the shifts of short run aggregate supply curve. We have analyzed both the things, like why supply curve is upward sloping and what are its shifts in the economy. Now come towards the long run aggregate supply curve. What it is? Long run aggregate supply curve and its shifts. Now this is the long run aggregate supply curve. It shows how real GDP and general price level is related with each other when factor prices are fully adjusted to the change in aggregate demand in the economy. उसमें क्या था कि when factor prices are not fully adjusted, so here the factor prices like wages, like raw material prices, rents, they have been fully adjusted. So it shows the relationship between the real GDP and the general price level when the factor prices are fully adjusted the change in aggregate demand. Factor prices are fully adjusted to the change in price, to the change in the price, change in aggregate demand in the economy. All right. Now there can be two types of long run aggregate supply curve. One is called Keynesian long run aggregate supply. Another is called new classical long run aggregate supply. There can be two main forms of long run aggregate supply curve. I am using another board marker that it should not be having a dim effect. So first of all, I am saying this is a Keynesian long run aggregate supply. So this supply curve is showing us the price level. It has this shape. First it is horizontal, then upward sloping, and then vertical. Okay? According to this school of thought, they say in long run any economy is not always operating at full employment. This is the full employment level when aggregate supply curve is vertical, that no extra output can be produced by the change in demand. So economy can operate at any part of the long run aggregate supply rather than at full employment. It will operate at equilibrium rather than at full employment. So this is the equilibrium level if economy is at lower level of income, while aggregate supply curve is horizontal. Listen please. You might remember, and you should remember actually, what is PPC? Do you remember PPC? Aiza?
Yes, sir.
This is PPC. When economy is below PPC, there is unemployment of resources. So in that case, when economy is facing unemployment, the shape of aggregate supply curve is horizontal. Output can be changed. Okay, suppose aggregate demand has changed. Do you see any change in price level? No. But this output will require the employment of workers who are already available. So any job offer will attract the workers to the workplace without negotiating the wages, because he or she is already unemployed and there is massive unemployment. When there is massive unemployment in the economy, do you think workers are in a position to bargain for the wages?
No.
They will only look for a job that now he is called up for a job. So there is no upward pressure of prices. That's why when there is unemployment in the economy, long run aggregate supply curve is horizontal, and it is not operating at full employment, rather it is operating at equilibrium, where aggregate demand and aggregate supply are balanced with each other. Now when economy is closer to the PPC, when there is going to be competition among many firms to hire the best workers for themselves. When they are competing, they are offering the higher competitive wages to the workers. Now this supply curve will have upward sloping part. Now best workers will be hired by the firms by offering. So their cost of production, as I said it earlier, in order to hire the extra workers, they are going to offer the higher wages. So now the aggregate supply curve will have a rising part when it is closer to the full employment, not fully employed. हिंदी समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? So now this is the rising part when economy is closer to the full employment, and when it is having full employment of the resources, it will be operating along PPC at any more than this productive potential? No. So when economy is operating at full employment, the aggregate supply curve will be vertical. So these are the reasons why long run aggregate supply curve is having this shape. According to Keynesian thought, he said when there is unemployment present, so in that case we have the horizontal part of the aggregate supply curve, and later on it will be having upward sloping part, and then it is totally vertical. Clear? Now what is the shape of new classical aggregate supply curve? They say economy is always operating at full employment. Clear? So according to this, their aggregate supply curve, real GDP and the price level, they say long run aggregate supply curve, this is the full employment level. It always operates at full employment level. Any change in aggregate demand in the long run will not change the level of output. Rather, at this price level, you can see more goods are demanded. This level, Y3. Y2, sorry. But there is no supply of goods. There is the shortage of goods. So what happens? General price level will increase. Alright? So any change in demand will have fluctuation in general price level, but there is no change in the total output produced in the long run. So according to them, in long run, all the economy is operating at full employment, not at any other level. Followed? Now how this long run aggregate supply will shift rightward or leftward? We can say shift of long run aggregate supply. Shift of long run aggregate supply. It can happen due to increase in quantity and quality of resources. Quantity and quality of factors of production. I am using this word. When labor has increased over the period of time, either due to more population size or due to immigration. When more productive labor is coming to our country to have increase our productive potential, then aggregate supply will have a rightward shift. When the quality of resources have increased, how to improve the quality of labor? Through education and training. Fertility of land can be improved by better fertilizers or pesticides. So aggregate supply will have a rightward shift. So I said the quantity and quality, and another factor I said net immigration. When more people, the skilled one, they enter into our labor force and they are going to participate in our economic activities, what happens? Aggregate supply will shift rightward. And same is the case, you might have remembered, net capital, net investment, we can say, gross investment minus depreciation. If over the period of time, productive potential or the capital potential of the country increases, it will have a rightward shift. The same factor which caused shift in the PPC, they are going to change or shift the long run aggregate supply curve. Foreign aid can increase its productive potential. Okay, foreign trade can increase. So we can say the aggregate supply will shift rightward. Or land reclamation. Like in UAE, they have used the sea area to have Burj Al Khalifa, I think that is the highest building, or another one. So they are utilizing those pieces of land which were previously inactive to do any economic activities. So land reclamation will also increase the productive use of the factors of production as a land. So its long run aggregate supply will increase, or you can say we are having better seaports, okay, dams, and improvement in our infrastructure. They will improve our long run capacity to produce, and long run aggregate supply will have a rightward shift. Clear or not? So I tried my level best to cover all the things related to aggregate supply, either it is in short run or in the long run. Tomorrow onward I will be doing the rest of the things like national equilibrium, macroeconomic equilibrium, then I will move on to growth topics, actual growth, potential growth, and these topics will be carried forward. Thank you.